good shape. Okay.
Great.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to some nerd stuff.
That was
epic.
You sound so proud.
That was epic. I am proud. We're proud.
Every day
We're proud
we
to be
stray
here.
further from God.
We got. What'd you say?
Every day we stray further from God.
Oh my gosh. No one has named it that, and I hope they can't hear you. I'm Nathan. Of course, we have.
It's your favorite. It's Trey.
It's the Trey Man. He's handing out tray of information every day.
Nobody said that.
And then we have Mr. Senor. You have to say it in English and Spanish. Mr. Senor Eric the Big Rodriguez. The Big. Just the Big.
Once again, thank you for having me.
All right, let's make sure we don't cuss this time in the first 7 minutes, people.
7 minutes of heaven. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think that was my bad, right?
No,
Yes.
I think I was the first one last time.
Okay.
So I'll blame myself.
Okay.
So this week we got some Disney Plus news with some dudes who shoot arrows. Where there's another leak. There's always a leak. We got finger condoms, and we have the. We didn't have time last week to get through the Epic and Apple lawsuit, so we're gonna get into that, and then we're gonna. I think that's it. And then we got some other stuff we're gonna talk about. Okay, so the first thing this week, I just want to hear who's playing what right now. What are you playing? What have you played this week? In video games, not women.
Big distinction there, even though they both play games.
Gosh, I don't know if
You're
I've
a
actually
loser.
played
What?
anything.
What a loser.
I've been busy.
Oh my god, he's been walking. Everybody, he's not busy. He's walking.
He's been walking right out of their lives.
That was it.
I haven't. Every time there's a new character, I buy the new character,
Yep.
download it, I beat the campaign, and then I don't touch it for months again. That's
As is
exactly what I do.
tradition.
That's what I do. But one thing, me and Trey, he told me last week. He said, "Dude, sometime you're playing 2K," and I was like, "Okay, I'll play 2K. Whatever. I'll play 2K with you. It's fine. We'll do it. I don't have anything against it." And then I played it, and it turns out he's not lying. It's one of the best basketball games I've ever played.
Oh, really?
And this is coming from an amateur. I haven't really played a 2K or a live game. I think in a year and a half, maybe.
More than that.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's too good, and I just fumble around for an hour, and then he decides it's time for me to lose.
That's why I tried to get him to play at the beginning of the cycle, so that way it's more fair.
But yeah.
He probably would have won, honestly. If
It was a close game.
Because I was down bad when it first came out. I was terrible. I was score 7.5 points terrible.
Oh my gosh! Pull that mic closer to you. By the way. No, don't do that. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry. Everything is just. First of all, I haven't really played a lot of the next gen stuff. Mm-hmm. This is really actually the first time I played PS5, and it is so beautiful. It is just the graphics are amazing, and just like the dribble effects and the characters react almost like kind of real humans. They're like a little clunky. Like they're not just an avatar that could just sprint in one direction at any point. It's a little realistic, but it's a little arcadey. I don't know. There's like a room where like you could come in and not know what you're doing, and if you played a basketball game at least, and you could fumble around and get into it. The shooting I had a little trouble with because it's like a lot of trouble. It's like a bar and it has to fill up, but it's different for every character based off their skills. So I was having a little trouble with that. But
that's an interesting way to do it. Yeah, because like
it's not the same across the board. So you have to know who you're shooting with. So. And to think about how fast their bar or how slow their bar goes.
It's based off their actual jump shot. So they, you know how they do the mocaps for animated movies?
Yeah.
So they do the mocaps for players. So each player goes in and they get their mocap or their jump shot animations and their dunk animations and their dribble animations.
Dang, everyone?
Yeah, every player that's in the game. Well, not every player. They try to do most of the stars, and then there's 77 different generic jump shots, and then each star player will have their jump shot mocapped. Even guys from like the 90s, like Michael Jordan has his own jump shot. Ray Allen has his own jump shot. Scottie Pippen has his own jump shot. Paul Pierce, Dirk, they mocapped a lot of those. Even the older players, they have their own jump shot in the game. So it's based off that, and then
those old dudes coming in almost breaking their knees from mocap.
Yeah.
Got to get that check.
With the shooting bar, it depends on if that player can make that shot or not.
Like, because I tried to do a three with Shaq. What's happening?
No, of course not. You could get that bar perfect every time. It's not going to go in because it's Shaq trying to take a three. But so that's what's behind.
So he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying last week.
Of course I wasn't lying. Do
So-
y'all know me to lie? Do y'all know me to lie?
He's lied to me.
Cap.
Specifically. I don't know if he's lied to you guys.
You
but he
just lied
specifically
about me
to
lying.
At
Liar.
least once. But so I already know what you've been playing. So I'm gonna just like dive you right into a Madden minute. Because the world needs a Madden minute. Well, he was not ready.
Madden is dead on Twitch.
On Twitch too.
How bad?
Madden, I think from week 1. Okay, so from beginning of June until the new game comes out. So all summer, Madden is dead because the season's over for the NBA. The content slows down, stuff like that. After the draft in May, content on
NFL?
the NFL draft in May, content in Madden really just kind of tapers off. And so, and then once a new season starts, obviously it just picks right back up. Everyone's excited. Everyone's trying to play the game. Everyone's trying to watch people on Twitch, people on YouTube, and a lot of the Twitch streamers. I can't speak for YouTube, but a lot of the Twitch streamers have said their numbers are back to looking like how they were in the summer when there was no content.
Oh shit.
So on Twitch, Madden is deceased because there's a lot of different reasons.
Everyone's just waiting for the next one, right?
No, not the next Madden, but it's just there's a lot of stuff that they haven't fixed, like with defense, and that's leading to people. Well, you guys know, it's even like games like Smash and stuff. I'm sure they have metas.
Yes.
So everyone's just using the meta, and it's just really simple and basic, and it's like every competitive player uses the same thing.
Yeah, that's
And,
what gets really boring.
Yeah, so viewership is down. This was a pretty good week as far as the game went.
So since it's so dead, are you gonna be number one?
No, because there's still people playing the game,
Oh.
but people are less interested in like watching the game.
Oh. Okay.
Like nobody's going in like, oh, I can't wait to watch Gutfox or ScoMo play or open packs on Twitch. Like people are obviously going to still play the game because it's the only Madden game out. But the Twitch viewership is down this week, and the scouting update that was supposed to be in the game when the game launched and was pushed back has been pushed back again.
Ooh.
I mean, it's
No bueno.
a complete overhaul, so I understand it, but they shouldn't have said that it would be out in September. If it wasn't going to be out in September, they should have just said, we don't have a date on this yet, and I feel like we wouldn't be in this situation right now.
That's a whole nother conversation. Okay, so what do you guys feel about? Would you rather have a game never be told to you until like a month till release, or no for 10 years that this game is supposed to come out? One example, Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 started development, I believe, for the PS3, and it didn't come out until the PS4. Late. So which would you rather have? Would you rather have a drop like out of nowhere? Oh, in 2 more weeks the game's out. Or would you rather have like all the steps for years?
The former, honestly. Like I feel like it's better overall that people don't know a game is really in development, or at least like it's not announced ahead of time before like they finally get into the final push of the game's gonna be coming out. Here's how we have a to be announced date or maybe a year set, and then I mean almost always it's going to be pushed back, or something's not going to go right, and
or the world stops.
yeah, or the world stops, and then that causes so many delays. Yeah, it's just almost always it just leads to disappointment or crushed expectations. And if you go the other route, which is you just don't say anything about this game that is being developed, and then surprise, they know it's going to be ready by this date for sure.
Yeah.
And we're going to, now's the time that we do the media push. Hey, this game is something that we've been actually working on. Here's what it looks like, and here's the date. Like maybe a few months down the road, and then that's perfect. So then you have, the set expectations because all this stuff has already been done.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh, you know what, we have because of reasons we have to just we just have to change this whole thing.
We just want to tighten it up. We just want to polish it. Like right now, every time, because we're on Nintendo Watch for a Direct. It's already due, and we're all sitting in freaking anticipation. And there's things that they're not even going to talk about that we're all waiting to hear, like Breath of the Wild 2. Like they shouldn't even told me why you give me a beautiful cinematic and then not say nothing for a year.
Yeah, and see that's the thing too. Like with Nintendo, they've been a victim, or they've done both, where they'll announce a game ahead of time, and then it kind of bites them in the end, even if it does end up being one of the best games ever. And then they've also lately have been doing more of the other, where they
shadow
just
drops,
the shadow drops, or just
drop.
like, hey, we're working on this. It's gonna be out in the next few months. So, like Breath of the Wild, the first Breath of the Wild, they announced that.
That was that really crazy trailer when he was running away from the horse, and then
running on the horse with the
I forgot what it's called, the Guardian, slamming around, and then he do that cool the slow down shot. It was just like, what did we just see?
Yeah,
what was it? And then nothing.
Yeah, and it was crazy too because it's like, oh yeah, we're going back to basics. Here's what it all looks like, and it looked great, and that was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be
coming
interesting.
to a Wii U near you.
Yeah, and it was on the Wii U. They announced that like what 2014 maybe.
And they did the same thing on the previous one. Actually, the previous two, because Skyward Sword was made for Wii U.
No, for Wii.
Oh, Wii. But then the Twilight Princess.
Yes.
Twilight Princess was supposed to come out on GameCube, and they're like, well, we're coming out with that Wii, so it's not. And then they, like, I played it on GameCube, and then when I got a Wii, I replayed it, and for some reason, they just flipped the whole map.
And that's because Link is canonically originally left-handed. And like all the different games he's been left-handed. But because it was on the Wii and they wanted you to use the motion control, they realized, oh, more people are right-handed. So they didn't really develop the game with that in mind. So they couldn't really just switch Link around.
Because it would have messed up how probably enemies are coming at you and all these different things.
It's very I don't know really the logistics behind it, but it ended up with them flipping the entire game, mirroring it essentially.
Just imagine how imagine you're playing God of War and you're used to like, oh, I gotta turn left to go here, but it's a right.
Yeah.
and every time you walk into a new space, you're instantly confused.
I mean,
that sounds terrible.
I mean, it's a good way to. It's like playing Mario Kart mirror mode.
Yeah,
it's like a new challenge.
Yeah. No, I mean, I still beat it. Come on.
Yeah.
But I remember when you get to the bigger spaces, it's even worse. Because I remember when you get to like Hyrule Field, and it's just like, I don't even know which way I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, and
let me look at that map.
But yeah, like Breath of the Wild was announced like way back,
Way too early.
And then for years they were delaying it, and until finally, hey, it's coming out. By the way, it's also gonna be on the Switch.
Well, yeah, because they started development almost over again when they realized it was the Wii U sucked. and then I wonder if his tablet was more Wii U looking than Switch looking, because the the Sheikah thing. I wonder if it looked more like a Wii U gamepad first, and then they kind of slimmed it to kind of look more like a Switch.
I don't know. I figured it was just they had an idea of what it would look like, and it didn't really change. If anything, it was that would probably be too late into development to do that. Kind of like mirroring the game. Fun fact: did you know that in the original trailer for Breath of the Wild, how they had Link jump off the horse and shoot the arrow?
Yeah.
When they made that trailer, the director, or actually not even the director, but Eiji Aonuma, one of the producers, he said, "Hey, we should actually put that into the game." I mean, to their credit, they did, and it's great. And it's a great thing to do.
But it's also like the thing. I don't know if you ever watch those things on online. Somebody showed me like they make animations for speed runs. And then he just screams and flies across the map.
Yes.
But all those, like, I've never been able to pull those moves off. I can't fly across the map by freezing something, hitting something, jumping on it, and just sailing across the world. But that mechanic set a lot of things in motion for those speedrunners. But
yeah,
I love watching those videos because they're ridiculous.
And then so they do that, and on the other side, they just like this past E3, they announced Metroid Dread.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And that was like out of nowhere. Nobody knew.
No,
but
then when it was like part 5 of the original Metroid series, I was like,
because they're counting all those ones, like even Metroid Fusion. I think that's 4.
No, Metroid Fusion's 3. That one on 3DS is 4.
Is it?
Yeah, because I just watched a video on it. I'm an expert.
Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, and it's funny too because Metroid Dread was leaked like back in 2004, and for years, people kept asking for a while, like, where's Metroid Dread? And eventually it just fell off. Like, people just said they forgot.
Maybe when they pushed Prime 4, they were like, oh, maybe that's not coming. Because that's another example of a game that was talked about way too early, and then they completely got rid of everything they had and started over. And they're like, hey guys, sorry. I know this game you thought was coming out because it's been 2 years. Nope, it's not. Sorry. Yeah, I can't wait. Dread I might pick up. I'm really excited about that. Do you think there's going to be a chance? I'm sorry, you haven't played any Metroid games? You're stepping. Is there any chance we're going to see? You're stepping out? No. Oh, he's switching chairs.
Oh.
Is there any chance we're gonna see the protagonist or the antagonist from Fusion? Do you think that Stamina suit survived at all? Do you think that thing is what's making all those computer robot Atlas things go crazy?
I mean, you never know.
It'd be wild.
I mean, they're already bringing back like a bunch of other like villains.
Well, I know an evil Samus. Yeah, I know the whole Prime series is full of, but that specific character was so great in Fusion. Fusion is like such a. I don't know if it's underrated. I don't think it's sold that well. Metroid games usually don't sell very well.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so that game was when you just be walking through and then your old suit just walks in and is looking for you. I've never been so scared with pixel art before. It's never been so terrifying. It really would be nice if I could play those games.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So I guess let's get into that. I don't think I sent you guys a link, but I don't know if you're aware, Trey. But there's so many leaks about the online service expanding and them adding Game Boy, possibly Game Boy Advance, and in a whole nother world, Nintendo 64.
Game Boy Advance for the win.
Game Boy Advance would be amazing.
Replay all the Pokemon games.
Oh yeah.
I know, man. If they could do Pokemon games and add some type of online functionality, I would play Blue all the way through again, just to do battles.
Oh yeah.
Online.
Sure.
Even if the sprites, actually, the sprites are beautiful. I would never talk bad about those sprites. But are you guys down? Would you pay more money? Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to pay more money.
How much
$20
more?
a year
How
is
much
not gonna
more?
work. At least a bit. It'll probably be $20 a month.
I don't know.
Or
No,
probably
no,
not.
nope,
I'm,
nope.
I'm off because Xbox only does 15 for. I think I paid 15 or 16 for Ultimate Plus.
Game
or
Pass
whatever.
Ultimate, yeah.
So maybe $10 a month.
Nah, I don't know if I use my Switch enough to justify that.
I don't even know if I use my Switch enough to pay $20 a year.
Yeah, I'm in between games right now.
Yeah,
Like I said,
you're
I
in that
didn't
awkward
really
space.
enjoy Zelda. I've never played a
Which
Zelda
Zelda?
game. Breath of the Wild. I don't like games where I don't know what I'm doing.
That whole
Like,
game is about
specifically-
not knowing what you're doing.
I don't like games that I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
But you'll figure it out.
No.
That's what you figure it out.
But that ends up with me being like GTA and doing a whole bunch of pointless things because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not good at explore and find games. Like I couldn't find the temples in the
What
first
temples?
stage just to get off the plateau.
Oh,
I couldn't
yeah.
find the temples. I had to.
They try
I
to
had
explain
to,
that. They don't explain it very well.
No,
where
they
like
don't.
you have to drop. I had trouble with that too, where you're supposed to like look for the shrines and then
Yeah.
drop the things. I had problems with that. I didn't
Really?
I was really.
I had to go to
confused when
YouTube.
on
Uh,
Breath
I did
of the
not.
Wild, it rolls it out slow, but I remember I was just so overwhelmed. Just like, what is this? What a shrine? What am I doing? Where's the Great Deku Tree? I don't know what I'm doing. I do understand that.
I finished Odyssey, which was great. Obviously, I don't need to say that.
Which Odyssey? Oh, Mario Odyssey. Sorry.
Space Ninja Odyssey. So the next game I'm gonna buy Luigi's Mansion on this Switch because I need to, and then I'm going to get the 3D World game,
Plus Bowser's Fury.
and then the Pokemon game.
Which Pokemon game? The new one?
Yeah,
Which
both,
one? The adventure one or?
both, all of the above. It's Pokemon. Don't question me.
you know what? Like,
So,
it's crazy too
yeah.
because there's actually quite a few. There's
Yeah.
a few Pokemon games
Yeah.
already. It's like, damn, which one?
So I'm gonna get the Pearl,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
that one, and then the new one when
Shiny
it comes
Pearl.
out. So maybe I'll have a reason to open my Switch in the rest of 2021.
There you go.
So that's my plan right now. Maybe if there's a good game on sale for Black Friday,
Mm-hmm.
which I doubt, but
You're almost blown out.
we'll see how it goes.
I haven't got to do it yet because I've been busy. But you have done the Bluetooth update for
Yes.
the Switch.
Mhm.
So if you guys don't know by now, which is late, you should know. The surprise, the Bluetooth works on the Switch, and they just had to turn it on, and now we can have our headphones for how many years? Since 2017.
5, 4.
Somewhere, yeah.
So
That
for
many
5 years,
years?
we just couldn't use a Bluetooth, and then a week ago we can now. Oh, it turns
Yeah.
out it was always there.
So, I'm from my thinking, the reason why they didn't do that, there's a few things.
Okay.
So
Convince me.
one, when you it's limitations of the Bluetooth spec. So when you turn on the Bluetooth and pair a headset, it gives you these guidelines that say, okay, here's what you cannot do while you have Bluetooth headphones connected. You can't play local multiplayer wireless with other switches. You can only have 2 controllers connected to the system at once. And I think there's another limitation, I forget what it is, but it's those limitations that kind of it makes things more complicated for people to deal with. So like if you have your Switch and you're playing it, maybe you want to play with someone else, and you want to play, you have 2 Joy-Con that you're using, and someone else has a Pro controller. It counts if I remember correctly, the Joy-Con, each individual one counts as an individual controller. So you can't add that second one. So it really limits your options. So I think with all that in mind, it's more of like, if we do this, people are going to call and say like, hey, my controller's
It's
not
not
working.
working.
It's not working.
Well, they're still calling.
Yeah. They'll still call, but it's like, That's a big thing. But also, another big thing is delay. So, as with any kind of Bluetooth headset that you're using with like anything, there's always that bit of delay, and this uses the Bluetooth codec SBC, which is notoriously known for its kind of milliseconds delay, like at least 100 milliseconds. So even with I had my AirPods Pro in, I did notice that there is a slight delay, and
Just enough for you to feel it.
yeah. So other people have been they've been keeping tallies of like, how does it sound with this headset or this headset, and it varies. So that inconsistency
So
can
it's
also be a thing.
it's the quality
another
of like the Bluetooth receiver in the Switch. I wonder how the OLEDs are gonna do.
I don't know.
I wonder if they're gonna have an upgraded Bluetooth chip.
When is those supposed to come out again? I feel like they dropped the news and then it's been silent since. They
beginning
cut
of
the
October.
price. What is it?
Beginning of October.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Might get one. I might be bored enough to get one.
This guy bought a Switch. He decided he was bored, sold it, got a PS5. Then he's like, I miss my Switch. Got what do you have? The light? He has a Switch light, and he doesn't play it. But he's like, maybe I'll buy the OLED.
Hey, what can you say?
This is a college student, guys.
yeah.
College student. I'm envious.
I had a-
He's just like, it is.
I had
it
a
is."
Drake quote. I had a Drake quote. Drake said, I don't know. I forgot. I forgot.
I know he recently said that he's the lesbian too, or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you
Girl,
heard-
you a lesbian.
Have you
me
listened
too.
to his new album?
No.
That he had a line about that. It's
You're
real
not
corny.
missing much.
He said, "Oh, you're a lesbian. I'm a lesbian too." He also on his album they used I couldn't even listen to it. It was an instant skip. They used that "I'm Too Sexy."
Oh my
I'm
gosh!
too sexy
No,
for my show.
no,
They
you
used
are
that.
you're crazy. That is the best song
I
on
know,
the
but
album.
I can't hear because it has Future on it,
Uh-huh.
and it's him and Future, right?
Him featuring Young Thug. That is the only song on
I
the
know.
album worth listening
But
to.
I can't hear the track. All I can hear is "I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy." That's all I can hear, and I can't listen.
That's
to
the
song.
whole point. That's the best song on the album. That's
I
the
know.
only
I
reason.
understand. I understand, but I can't listen to it.
That's the hit. That's the song you're going to be listening to for the next 6 months.
I won't be listening to because I don't listen to the radio.
You are crazy. Way Too Sexy is
This
the
is
only
dude who is
reason.
always anti-Drake, but this one song now.
Yeah,
he's-
because that should tell you how good this song is.
Producer, we're having an argument about the "I'm Too Sexy" song by Drake. Is that a hit for you or a miss? Is it a skip?
Like it.
See, he's saying
No,
it's the best song.
hold
on,
on.
the
Can I
album.
cuss yet?
Yeah,
I can
we're like
cuss.
30 minutes in.
No, she
Might
can't
lead
like
to
that
some real
song.
news.
She can't like that song
Why?
because that is a hot nigga song. That's not a hot girl song. That's not a hot girl song. That's not for y'all.
Because-
That's a hot nigga song. That's Future, the Toxic King, Drake, and Young Thug. That is a hot nigga song. That is not for females.
Sounds like a nigga sandwich.
I like toxic in a fantasy. My reality is not toxic.
Typical.
Okay.
That is not for y'all. That is our song. That's our song.
Confidence support.
No, that's our song. Y'all had Meg and Saweetie and all. You guys had your songs. Cardi B. This is our song.
All the TikTok songs? You just
Yeah.
all of them?
Yeah, this is our song. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. First, you better play some video games. I don't know what you need to figure out what you need to do. You need to play Hades.
I know.
Oh, it's,
Are you gonna tell
I'm
them about
100 runs in. I'm 100
Jeez.
runs deep. I've died 100 times in that game trying to make it out. And
Haven't made it out yet?
I beat Hades like 6 times, I think.
Oh.
I think to get the most of the story, you have to beat him 10.
Oh, okay.
But it's not that as easy as you think. It's not that easy. Hades is the.
I guarantee Eric does it.
He could do
in-
it fast.
in 15
He's
tries.
good.
He'll
He's-
get 10 in
he's
15 tries.
He's a good twitchy player, so you could do it. He's a fantastic video gamer.
I have to say one thing about that. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm not good at games like Smash or shooting games, because all the games I play, like Madden and 2K and stuff like that, they're all like read, react, and anticipate games. They're not like reaction games and like, oh, I'm getting shot at, let me shoot back, let me build real quick. So it's like, oh, I'm getting shot at. I'm dead.
To tell the truth, I'm not that good at Smash. Every once in a while I win. I'm a third or fourth player, for third or fourth place player. Even though I've been playing the game for 20 years, I haven't got any better.
I'm terrible at Smash.
Eric's a god, guys. Just if you know,
I'm getting the first one to die, or I'll somehow get lucky enough and I'll be the second to last person.
Somehow,
But-
other people are so angry at each other that they're just fighting and you're just watching.
Yeah, but I am not. I'm at the bottom. I'm consistently. But see me in Mario Kart, and that's a different story. No smoke.
Just so everyone knows,
No
Eric
smoke.
has faced the Chosen One and has not even broke a sweat.
The
That's
Chosen
a
One.
really old reference
I forgot
that
it.
only a handful of people know.
It's a
I
guy
don't.
that's really good at Smash.
He's
He's gone.
really
I think
good
he's
at
gone to
Smash.
Evo. Yeah.
He's like
So
ridiculous.
he's good.
When he comes for you, bro, your blood is boiling. You're terrified. When his
Sounds like
sights,
some boomer
when
stuff.
There's 7 other players. Why is your sights on me?
Yeah, I gotta admit, like going on a one-on-one with some really good people really gets the blood pumping.
and he plays as Luigi, which is the best person to like beat somebody with. And Luigi, like he pokes people. Or that I hate when you get me with the plank.
Yeah.
What's the plank?
Where he just like stiffens up and then rolls like back and forth. Oh, it's so disrespectful. All of Luigi's moves are disrespectful. All of them. Okay,
That's why he likes it.
This is just how Luigi likes it. Did anybody watch the Hawkeye trailer?
What's Hawkeye?
Hawkeye
Yes.
is the new. It's going to be the new Disney Plus. I don't know if it's a show or a movie.
Show.
Let me just tell you, it's a Hawkeye Christmas.
Yeah.
So he's with his family in New York City, which no one's in New York City anymore because then it's apocalypse, and he's there with his family, and then somebody has picked up his Ronin outfit. Hopefully not his Ronin haircut.
Please no.
Please God no. And they're shooting people with arrows, and so he has to figure out, and he finds out it's a girl. And
That
they
girl
team
is
up.
Squirrel Girl.
It takes two people who shoots arrows to make that movie interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm excited because it was like I like the flavor of a Christmas movie in Marvel. We have had a Christmas movie before, Iron Man 3, ended in spectacular fireworks. That meant nothing.
Which
because
one
he
is
kept
that?
making suits.
Yeah.
That's the one with extremists or
What's
extremists, where the people would get really hot and then
Oh.
you couldn't kill them and then they'd explode.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Which is
That's fair.
Which the crazy part is in the comics, that formula I believe is what he uses to make his the next suit that comes out of his skin, like kind of how it did in
Nanotech.
Yeah, the nanotech. But in the comic, it just comes out of his skin. It's stored in his bones, not in like a little ring or whatever he has on his chest. But that's way cooler. But I guess they couldn't put that in.
Speaking of Marvel, I saw.
Wait. So you have watched the trailer?
No,
Are you gonna watch the trailer? Are you gonna watch the show?
I'll probably watch the show. You had me at Christmas, but
Are you gonna watch the show?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Hawkeye seems very boring. It's Hawkeye.
They really, you know what? They've tried to make him a more interesting character because, and they've made the point like this dude just shoots arrows, and they've made the point like he has to have a more interesting background because everybody else is so godly around him. Like when in Ultron, when he had his family and stuff, that's new. That's not in the comics. In the comics, he's like a bachelor or whatever.
He's a carny.
He is in
In the comics, yeah.
Oh shit!
And it's funny too because I actually did. So I read the I think Fraction run of Hawkeye, and I think this show's going to pick up a lot of that stuff because that's where we see Kate Bishop show up, who is of course going to be starring or is going to be portrayed in this movie,
Yeah.
And takes up the mantle of Hawkeye, and they even have like a dog. In the movie and in the comics, the dog's name is Pizza Dog.
Pizza dog.
It's a like a golden retriever or a golden lab, and it's missing an eye. And I think in this show, it's missing an eye.
Dang.
Like they're
Oh
getting
wow!
We're sticking to it.
I'm gonna make my joke real quick.
Okay,
Sure.
make your joke.
Okay, so Andrew Garfield. Wait, Andrew Garfield, right?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, right? Him and Tom Holland Spider-Man are having a conversation about how their web shooters work. Tobey Maguire comes in and shoots him with his web shooter, and they are grossed out.
Is this a real thing or is this like
Why?
a comic?
No, it's a hypothetical. Why are
It's
they
a
grossed out?
hypothetical. Like, it's always weird that he made his own web. It was in the early 2000s. We didn't question it.
Yeah.
They were like, where does it come from?
And how come he doesn't run out? Like, if you made something,
Yeah.
like you can't just have unlimited.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it
They just
that
went
way.
with that one. I don't know. I believe that's the only one. All the
Yeah.
other ones, they make their own web shooters. That don't. I mean, that makes just as much sense that a kid in high school could create this technology where he could literally make something that is almost indestructible enough to carry his weight and literally like swing him across skyscrapers. And then dissolves.
I think the web itself is doing that,
That's
but
the other
okay.
thing too. It dissolves later, so it doesn't. So it's like eco-friendly.
Yeah, I mean that's your typical comic book genius intellect level character for you.
Are we gonna go
Everyone's
before I say what I'm about to say? Are we really gonna go down this path?
Which path?
The path
Oh
of
no, we're
high
going to
school-
analyze things realistically.
no, we're not. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
Of high school students, how do I put this? Devising very intricate plans about stuff.
I don't know where you're gonna go, so maybe.
Are you saying like are you doubting that high school kids would go and do
No.
these kinds of things?
No, I'm saying that in America, we have a distinct problem with high school kids specifically, and them creating plans to carry out an action. I'm trying not to say it on YouTube. To carry out an
they're stealing
action.
stuff now.
No, that's not
I
what
mean, I
I'm
don't think
talking
it's
about.
that.
A very violent
about
action.
peeling?
Yes.
So
And to create devices that explode. So, if they can do that, I don't have a hard time believing this super smart IQ character can create that technology.
Use your powers
I
for
had
good,
to put it
guys.
out
To
there.
make web shooters, not bombs.
I was trying not to say it.
that's what he's trying to say. Make web shooters, not bombs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that was a topic.
I can't believe Are we gonna go there? No one was gonna go there.
Well, that's why. Well, when you brought up, I doubt a high school kid is like smart enough to develop something that intricate. I just had to interject with, we live in America.
I mean, it's not the intelligence. I mean, the intelligence, if it's there, it's there. But the effort,
Yeah, that's
it's there.
next.
Before we move on from Hawkeye,
yes.
I don't know if you want me to mention this or anything about potential
Spoilers?
characters appearing
In that one?
Yes.
Spoilers. Don't just skip ahead.
Potential spoilers. It's not nothing set in stone.
This is set in stone. Eric is saying that if it comes true, if it doesn't come true, text him. Here's his number.
Text
Next,
him.
the number's on the screen.
I know it's
And
not.
leave a comment and tell him how right he is about everything. Go ahead.
So, there's a chance that they will be bringing Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, into the show, and not just the character, but also the person that portrayed him in the
Netflix
series of Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio.
That would be good because he was a
And
good
he was
Kingpin.
fantastic. Fantastic as Kingpin.
I really like the Netflix stuff. It was really, except for Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just hire a white guy to walk into rooms and kind of kick people.
Yeah.
It was. They've been mad. He didn't want to like learn like how to fight.
I've heard about that. Like it was, he didn't like. I don't know if he didn't want to learn or if it's just that he didn't have a lot of time to do it.
Oh yeah, it might have been. You're giving him more credit, so it might have something to
Maybe.
do with
I
that.
mean, it could very well be either way. But it's like, yeah, it's just it. He didn't have a lot of time to prepare or didn't get enough time, and it kind of shows.
all those most of those shows are great. Freaking Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, they were all great, and that one was not good.
I mean, I would say Daredevil would be the best one. Especially season 3, that was like great.
I didn't see season 3.
But all the other ones, I mean, they all really suffer from different things. Like some of the series going way too long for a season.
Oh, that was yeah. I think they learned their lesson on that with some of these the Disney Plus ones, because there was a lot of filler in some of them. Some of them could have been 6 episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
What about Jessica Jones, David Tennant, and Jessica Jones? Oh my gosh,
Yeah, he did. Oh my god,
that was just that was spicy. He could
really
control people.
Uh,
And David Tennant, he was Doctor Who. I don't know if you know who that is. He was in. Yeah,
Oh my god.
he was the Who.
Doctor Who is a robot?
No, oh, man, don't do that. Don't do that to me right now.
That's crazy.
He was in Harry Potter too, but he's just a great actor, and
Who was he in Harry Potter again?
He's Harry.
not Sirius Black. He was somebody's kid who was a bad guy who they had to kill or something. He broke out of Azkaban, but it wasn't Sirius Black. It was somebody else. He was like the Minister of Magic's son or something that ended up being somebody who worked for Voldemort.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he's in it.
Wow.
Go back. They're all on HBO Max.
I could, but I don't want to.
At least you could skip the first one. You're going to.
Nice.
So our PC Master Race expert over here is going to explain the leak. Go ahead the leak.
Oh,
He's got this. You got this.
Oh,
You're
are
going
we
to
talking
leak.
about the NVIDIA GeForce Now leak?
That's what we're talking about, bro.
Okay. So, there was a leak of games that were on a list for NVIDIA GeForce Now.
Which is their streaming, or not their streaming, their like download service? Is it like EA Play or not?
I
What
think
is
I think it's streaming,
Okay.
and it had some games listed on there that we did not know about ahead of time.
He texts me, he goes, I'm waiting on God of War. It's coming out on PC.
Apparently, yeah, God of War being one of them.
Oh, it's gonna be so special.
You know, of the PS4.
Just see all that shininess.
And it wouldn't be surprising that it came out to PC, because I mean
Sony's moving everything to PC.
they've been making moves to port games to PC, because I mean, hey, what better way to get more revenue than by putting it on a different platform and having people buy it again, if not for the first time. So God of War was one of them. What were some of the other ones?
There were some big ones. There's some sequels. Like Kingdom Hearts 4 was on there. All the Kingdom Hearts games were.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, all the Kingdom Hearts, the Rechain of Memories, all those ones, 3, 5, 6 over whatever, that dumb one, Birth by Sleep, and 1, 2, 3, and a 4.
Okay. Yeah.
It could be a misprint. It could be another game that's going to be coming out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Bayonetta 3, Shin Megami Tensei 5, both of which are Switch console exclusives.
for now,
who knows?
They should always put exclusive for now.
Yeah. Lately, yeah. But it's so NVIDIA eventually did come out and say, hey, there was a list of games on here on our systems, but it's just internal use only. There's no actual
There's
veracity
nothing to see. It was for internal use. It wasn't supposed to go anywhere. Forget what you see.
The Men in Black pin.
I mean, if they were gonna do that, I mean, wouldn't you instead use like fake names for games?
Well, they never plan on it getting out. So
True.
I don't understand. There's always things getting out. How do you not know to lock up your stuff? Like I just don't. There's so many times they leave code in. They know people are gonna go through like demos.
Yeah.
Freaking line by line to see what's in it.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't put like did anyone see in that list like a Gamer McGamerface game? Like,
there was even a Mario game in there because I don't think it will ever make it on it, but because they made it. Then I think NVIDIA worked with Nintendo before to get stuff into China.
they worked with NVIDIA to use the processor and graphics for the Switch.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They didn't work with them to get their games into China.
Well, I think they did by making it a separate Switch SKU. But you know what? Yeah, I think it was with the NVIDIA Shield. They had some of the Nintendo games on that available in China.
There's a lot of people over there. There's an untapped market. Now there is not a tap market. I don't know if you guys are paying attention.
Now the market is tapped out.
Now the Communist Party of China is like, no more games.
Yeah, they're limiting it to like 1 hour for one day out of the. Was it 1 day out of the week?
It's only.
I think it's
on
1
Friday
hour a
or
day.
Saturday and Sunday. I think.
Okay.
I think it's 1 hour a day.
Okay.
And then for the week ends, it's 1 hour a day, and then for the weekdays, there's nothing.
Okay.
But this is like this is one part. They're really having like a culture war over there where they're getting rid of all Western influences. That's really what's happening. I don't think they're teaching English anymore.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a whole thing. There's a whole thing going on over there. They're really restructuring how their society is to be like real, not for us. We'll make all your stuff, but we don't want to talk to you. So I don't know if you guys were paying attention. I thought it was fake at first. You're the one that like showed it to me. But these stupid finger condoms.
Yes.
What is going on with the finger condoms?
You gotta protect them joystick thumbs.
Is it for a touchscreen?
Yes.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter how many finger condoms you have. Touchscreen controls will never work.
I agree. I remember the days where I used to play hardcore games on my phone because I was in high school, and now I'm just like, oh, I would never play this on my phone.
It's not. I had a real big obsession for a long time, and it's almost the same obsession people have with Doom. Like, can it run Doom? I was like, can I get some PS1 JRPGs on this? And everything I had, even on my phone that I just swapped over, I was like, why do I have so much memory on here? It's because I had a bunch of ROMs on there that I forgot about and I didn't play. It was like 30 gigs worth of ROMs because I'm always trying to see, will it run? That was like my barometer if the phone was good. And then eventually I realized, like, I don't want to play Mario Sunshine on a phone.
Yeah, it's like it's good for people that I would say that travel a lot. Like if you every day for work you have to go on a bus or a train, subway. You know you have some spare time and maybe you don't want to read a book or listen to a podcast or something. I mean, bring out your phone and play some classics.
Why don't you just have a Switch?
Because not all of those classics are available on the Switch.
Yeah, not yet. One day.
Oh,
maybe.
no, I was talking about. Well, you said I wasn't specifically talking about classics. When you said
okay.
You have the spare time or you commute to work, you just have a Switch for that. Like a Switch will fit in your bag or whatever.
I know,
If you're
if you bought
commuting to
$1,000
work,
phone, you probably could get it.
if you're commuting to work, I highly doubt you just have just.
But some
you
people
kinda
are
have
broke,
a bag,
and
like
they
that.
can if they can download an app and do it, it's easier.
That's
But
true.
It's just
Yeah,
it's not
I mean, it's there.
convenient. Like
there.
But-
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Switches are like $200. You can get them for like $130 on eBay.
Yeah.
And if you have a
With
game
a
that's
crack
good enough for gaming, if you have a phone that's good enough for gaming, then what's another $130? Shit, you can Klarna that, Afterpay, Quad Pay, and pay
Have you heard about these
$50 a
services?
month or
Oh, yeah.
$50
Like
for 2 weeks.
Quad Pay, Affirm,
That's crazy.
all of those. Yeah. Popping up everywhere.
The thing I realized
Klarna
was- 'cause
sponsor
I
us.
used to be
I frequent.
I used to be on the high seas of the torrent, the torrents, and
Yes.
I was a pirate by day, and it took me a long time to realize like you have to have the right peripheral to play certain games. Games feel better on their original controls. It's just like that's why I loved the classic systems when they were coming out. The PlayStation Classic, and I got the Super Nintendo one. That Super Nintendo Classic is perfect for just replaying retro Super Nintendo games. It's perfect. There's just nothing better than the original controller. To just like Super Mario World on a phone does not work because you can't run and jump. it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But RPGs, usually you can fumble through some RPGs or some tactic games, but
You know, there's this whole emulating scene using dedicated hardware to emulate the games as close as possible to the original gaming hardware. It's called Mister, and it's a fully programmable unit that you can add different things to it so that it's compatible. Like it'll play with these components. It'll play SNES, Genesis,
Like
all this.
the cartridge,
Um,
or you download it to it, and then
I think you just get like ROMs or ISOs or whatever.
Yeah, people get. I listen to a few retro gaming podcasts. People get really weird about stuff like that. It is. I don't know if you understand. People get there's systems coming out every year that promise one thing and they get really really upset. Shout out, Completely Unnecessary podcast. I know they're not watching, but that's one of them that I really like. And they don't get crazy. They get crazy about certain things, but it's like older stuff that plays like Atari, because they're like, I think they're like 10 years older than us. So it's like Atari and Atari VCS, and I forgot what the other one is.
ColecoVision.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Coleco Intellivision.
So they're like, that's like huge boomer activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's whoever played it when they were young.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, the Super Nintendo was my first love. So that's
In
those
20
games are always amazing.
in 20 years, catch me fighting for that DS.
It's gonna
I
be.
believe
I
it.
can't wait. It's gonna be interesting. Like but the worst part is like up until the Wii, the 360, and the PS3. After that, not a lot of games had everything on it. So that's the wall. There's gonna be the wall unless something happens and developers really change what's happening right now. Like Switch is horrible for collecting games because a lot of times like these like the Crash, what is it, the has 1, 2, and 3, the remakes.
Yeah.
I think the cart only has 1, and then you have to download 2 and 3.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
That's booty cheeks if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it really hurts
Collecting.
game preservation because one of these days those servers are going to go down.
Yeah.
And how are you going to get that content?
Look
you can't.
Look at the backlash Sony got. Like, was it
Yeah.
the beginning of the year where they're like, okay, so we're done with Vita, PS3, and everyone just screamed.
Yeah.
No, I have hella stuff bought on PS3. I bought a lot of stuff. I have the Fat Boy, with the original Fat Boy that has all the ports on the top.
Yeah.
I have that one, and it's almost ready to go.
I have the slimmest of slims.
Nice.
You still
Which
have the
is
Slim? You
almost
still have the
ready
PS3
to
Slim?
go. Yeah.
I thought you got rid of it.
No, I play it.
I'll buy it off you. Don't get rid of it.
Okay, we can
Because
talk.
I need because
300.
every once in a while I want to hook up my fat one. It doesn't read discs anymore,
Yeah.
300 shipped.
and I really want to play some metal. 300 shipped.
Hey,
He's gonna ship.
I'm
he's
hooking
gonna
you
send
up.
it to the mail,
I'm
and it's
hooking-
gonna
I'm
go
hook-
somewhere else
I'm-
and come right back.
I'm hooking you up. 300 shipped. That's with the shipping.
I'm so excited. I
This,
can't believe it.
this is like prime haggling right here.
Is anybody getting condom fingers?
All right,
for,
285. 285.
Anybody? If this was 4th of July, if this was that time of the year, I'd be like, this is a joke. Is anybody buying them? Are you ready?
You mean April Fools?
Yeah. Oh, what did I say? 4th of
4th
July.
of July.
If this was America's birthday, I would say that this is real.
Thought you were making a joke about exploding fingers.
No.
I thought maybe you were going that way.
No, that was just pure ignorance.
No, Razer, there is not a market they will not look at and say, oh, hey, I wonder how we can make this more gamer.
Yeah.
For the gamers.
Let's put RGB everything.
Have you seen the face mask that they made?
Oh, they came out of CES, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I seen that. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool. It lit up and everything.
Yeah.
I kind of want it.
It was kind of cool, but I don't
Admittedly-
think they'll make it.
Admittedly, they did have signups to like, hey, if you want to try this, sign up here. And I did sign up, but I got the rejection email.
Aww,
They said no.
They don't love you.
No, sorry, you didn't make the short list. And I was like, dang, how else am I gonna be able to wear these in public and just make completely just make fun of them?
If you're mad too, you turn it red. Like, what if you just matched your emotion? That'd be great.
I mean, it's like, where are you gonna wear? Where are you gonna go where you're wanting to wear a mask? You're gonna be going to Target. You're gonna be going to like a restaurant, maybe a movie theater, and then you're gonna be there with this crazy ass face mask that you can see through, and it has lights on it, and people are just gonna be like, "Did he come from a rave?"
Is he from Watchdog Legions? Did he
like,
break the fourth wall? Is he here?
Like, it's like I get it, but damn.
Speaking of people making things, did you see that IKEA is doing a gamer collection?
Yes.
It's like a desk and a chair, and I think they're doing a keyboard too.
I haven't seen the keyboard because it looks like
Is
it's
it just
more
furniture?
It's just furniture.
Okay.
But I did see the headphone or device stand, and it's a wooden adjustable hand, like hand and an arm. And I gotta admit, that looks pretty cool. I would totally get that.
Well, go down to your local IKEA. You can go pick it up.
Local.
Yeah, local. It's only 2 hours away.
Yeah. But they do have a ring light that looks pretty nice, like a nice little ring light.
I know. I think I need
That's actually useful.
I think I got to get another ring light that stands by itself, so it can go taller if I need it to.
A lot of people can really up their webcam lighting game.
When I do my makeup lives, it's gonna be freaking helpful. You're really gonna see the blush on my cheeks. Let me just tell you.
Ayo, facts.
So there was we were supposed to talk about this last week, and we got caught up because the Sony showcase was so good. The Apple versus Epic lawsuit. So there's some winners and some losers, and almost everybody's a loser, but some people are winners. It's really interesting. I don't know. Did you guys read up on it? Do you guys
Yes.
know?
I'm not familiar. I'm familiar with what happened in the background, but I am not familiar with anything after the original story.
Okay, so the ruling, if I understand correctly, the ruling was that Apple is not allowed to stop people from letting people buy like the V-Bucks or whatever through them and not just through Apple. They can't force everybody to give them that 30%. But on the other hand, Epic still broke the what is it? Not Play Store. What do they call it? The iOS store? App Store. They broke the rules by doing it. So Epic's still not going back on Fortnite's still not going back on the iPhone store. The iPhone store. But Apple is gonna have to change what they're doing, which means Google's got to change what they're doing, which means the landscape's gonna change.
So actually not so much what Google's doing, because it's specifically Apple. The ruling was Apple is acting in a anti-competitive way by forcing app developers to not allow them to put in links, redirects, or some other methods of informing people, hey, you can get a subscription for this service that this app is used for through this website. And that's been a really big point of contention with Apple and developers, because, before this ruling, and still currently, they have until December to actually implement this. If let's say you have an app like Netflix, and you have to have a subscription to use that app for that service to watch movies and videos, if there is anywhere in that app that lets you know, hey, you have to get a subscription, and here's how to get one. Like, if you don't want to do that in the app, which takes 30% of all that charge, and goes directly to Apple. If you don't want to do that, and you try to tell them go to the website and get it there, Apple will say no and just completely reject your app. And it gets really convoluted too, because let's say, oh, okay, so we won't do that, but hey, if you're having issues with the app or our service, here's a link to our website for more support. If you do that, Apple will say no and reject it, because there's a possibility that if people go to that support page, they might be able to go to the website and purchase the subscription there.
They're so like,
it's a very, very strong grip on making sure if anyone's going to buy anything through that app, it has to be through, it has to have an option through Apple and their payment services. And I mean, maybe if I remember correctly, it's even, that's the only way you can really put it through. like if there's any other ways, you have to find out about it elsewhere.
Yeah, Apple does. I mean, everyone does dirty. I'm not just anti-Apple, but Apple. I've been looking into some of the things they've been doing, and I found out the term Sherlocking.
Yes.
Have you heard about this yet? So Sherlocking was an app. Sherlock was an app. What the app? Oh, it was my Files app. Basically, right?
Was it what? I forget. What was the original one? Watson or Sherlock?
I just heard Sherlocking, so I don't
Yeah.
know if it. I don't. It may have been. I never used it, so I'm not 100% sure. But I thought it was Sherlock, and basically it would help you look through your files, like my files would, and so they like delisted them or whatever, and then they came out with an app that did what that they did. They just added it to the iOS thing, and they just recently did it to some app that Flick type, yeah, where it helps you type on your watch. They just added a keyboard to the watch.
Yeah, there's a like the timeline of events with that whole thing was it was kind of like there's different things that happened with that where the developer made the app and said, hey, if you want to type on your watch, I have an app for that, go ahead and use it. And then Apple eventually said no, because it violates the rules of the App Store for whatever reason. And eventually, like, they did relent and say, okay, yeah, we were wrong. And then other developers released their own watch apps for that. Until finally, hey, he was releasing some updates for it, and then they were they were delaying the release of the app for different reasons. And then eventually the developer said, like, you know what? Honestly, I'm tired of this and I'm done. And he stopped. He just quit trying to put the app back on the store. And then now this happens. So it's like,
Series 7's update. Let's go.
yeah.
Everyone does stay. I'm saying. I'm not anti anybody because everyone's shady. They're all tech companies. They're all trying to get our money.
Yeah.
like not what if Google could burn me. They know everywhere. They know everything.
I think
about
that
me.
they should burn you.
They should.
Yeah.
No. Don't
Burn 'em.
dox me. They're gonna
He's
get
been
your
pirating
guys'
for
numbers.
years.
So
Shit.
if they burn me, your guys are next.
Oh man.
Uh
I don't want that contact burn.
oh. Right? Leave me out of this.
Yeah.
I just work here. I'm not even getting paid to be here. So,
He
We need
brings
to
that
talk
up
about that.
almost every week. He brings it up.
hey, you bring stuff up you want changed.
Well, if
That's
you want,
on y'all.
yeah, if you want to
Get
get
me
this man
paid.
paid, we are on the road
And
to
Eric too, I guess. He's got to put.
1,000 subscribers. That's what we're working on. That's
You
our
gotta-
first goal.
You got to get on 5 episodes to get your first check, though.
Oh.
You'll get there.
Right now it's 5, but it might change.
How
But we'll keep doing it.
how many sessions do I get until I start getting PTO?
We're not even.
And guess what?
50.
At this company, you know what we do at this company also? We go clear. Dude, I got it all set up in the back. I'm going to read your mind or whatever I'm supposed to do, and you're going to tell me all your secrets, and I'm going to help you.
That was.
We're just a family here.
I'm
We're here to help
concerned.
each other.
I am concerned for
you're
my
gonna-
safety.
Once
You
you go
should
clear,
be.
bro, you're going to feel so good. I went clear last week. Oh, I just went twice.
What the hell are you talking about?
You never heard that?
No.
Oh, it's Scientology. You never heard of that?
No, I've never heard about that term.
So they going clear is they go to whatever they're. I
do we
forgot-
really want to draw the ire of the Scientology community?
Yeah, come on, let's do
Okay,
it.
fuck it.
No one's watching. Let's do it. So they they hold this thing, and then they put that thing on their head, and they hold this thing, and then
Hold
somebody
on,
reads like,
hold on. As Trey, I would like to distance myself from the.
He's a possible Scientologist in
The
the future.
workings and the messages that are popping up. Tom Cruise is very powerful,
He's a weirdo though.
and as a member of the Scientology community, so I would like to avoid any legal repercussions that they might bring our way. So, Trey and Trey's representatives would like to distance themselves.
Come at me. That's fine. Sue me. It's cool. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool news article. So, anyways, you're supposed to tell them, like they tell you, like, you need to dig deeper. You need to tell me there's things that is like in you that is clogging you up, and you need to tell me and get these things out. You need to go clear. And so they tell you all their secrets, and then this person like there's just some like machine that like it's almost like a lie detector, but not.
Oh, I know about the machine thing. Yeah.
And then that's going clear. And what? And yeah, that's going
And
clear.
then-
And then they got all your secrets, and then they never use them
If you
against
try
you.
to leave Scientology, you get blackmailed.
They never do that. They don't do that. Why would they do
Because they
that?
know better.
Why would they do that?
They wouldn't. You're right. I'm sorry.
Amazing.
I
I'm
didn't say
sorry.
that.
I watched what's her name on Joe Rogan like 5 years ago. Leah Remedy. Is it Leah Remedy?
No idea.
The Kings of Queens chick.
No idea.
Anyways, so Eric this week is going to work on playing video games. I have to work on playing a new game because there's a lot of new stuff coming out, and I just keep playing Hades. I keep going back to it, and I'm playing Metal Gear 5 again, just because it's so great. I watched this every time I want to say documentary, I say documentary. I don't know where that came from.
Tomato.
But I just watched one on the whole history of Metal Gear, and it was really well done. It was like 3 hours long, and I just was like, oh, I need to play some Metal Gear. I got that itch. What are you going to be playing this week?
2K and Madden.
All day, every day. 2K Madden. I'm probably going to play some 2K. I might have to play again with you.
Let's do it right now.
No, we can't do it
You
right
don't
now.
want smoke?
I have videos that I'm behind.
I might download Fortnite. There was a new season. I'm always interested in what the new
Carnage
season
is
brings.
on Fortnite.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if it means anything.
I've been out of the loop on.
I just see the advertisements on the stores.
Yeah, that makes sense that he's in there now because of the movie coming out in beginning of October.
I will always give Fortnite its credit because I don't really play it. It's the kids love it. That's good. The kids need a game. I'm fine with that. But it was the game that finally brought the big three to their knees and just turned on the crossplay, acting for all these years. We can't do it. We can't do it. There's no way. Apple, PlayStation, and then they just turned it all on. And because I played on my Switch, he played on his PlayStation 4, and the other kid played it on his Xbox, and we all played together in a match. And I thought that was just such a cool moment that I will always give them their respect.
Wasn't it mainly Sony that was all against that?
It was Sony.
Yeah, let's call it spade a spade. It was Sony.
They turned it on accident, and people seen their gamer tag, and so, I can't remember. It's either Sony or Xbox. They can't have spaces in their tags, and they seen that there were spaces, and they're like, "These are Sony people," and then they turned it off, and then it was like, "Oh yeah, it's just the Switch. We could just turn it on and off."
Yeah.
I think that's like a Deadpool situation where somebody just did it. Somebody released that Deadpool trailer that we all got to see and we were loved, and someone just turned on that Sony Switch.
Yep.
Speaking of Sony Switch, PS Vita 2.0, I need it.
Oh man, I could talk about that forever. I'm really on the PS Vita. Like, I missed out, and if they just had the
Took
right
you long
memory,
enough.
if they didn't get
Took you
greedy with
long
that
enough.
memory,
Yeah.
it would have been one of the greatest consoles ever seen before the Switch. It would have been a pre-Switch.
That was such a money grab. They used a proprietary memory card. They used a proprietary cable.
The games were good.
Everything.
I could
Good
go.
third-party games.
They had some OLED screens on them.
Yeah, the original one had OLED. Had an OLED screen.
They were great
Why are you like this, Sony?
because they don't want money.
Why are you like this?
They still haven't made another PlayStation VR. I have it.
They are working on that. Admittedly, it's just taking them a while. I don't know why.
I don't know.
At first, they were like, there was a lot of messaging from them that was like, "Yeah, we're not, you know, we did it at one point. You know, who knows what the future holds?" And it's very like dismissive of it.
Even though it's the most popular headset, it's the best-selling headset. It's weird. It's like you have the best one on the market, not the best one on the market, the most sold on the market.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be switching over. I think the next rendition of that Oculus 3, is it the 3? The one that's like wireless.
Yeah.
I think they're almost. It's
The
like
Quest.
The Quest. They're like a half step away from it being like perfect, I think. Where it can play almost all the games and it's all wireless and it can at least last like 2-3 hours. I think they're almost there. I think the next one when they do it, it's going to be like the cherry on top. And that's probably when I'm going to jump in at a hopefully under $300 price point.
I would, but it requires a Facebook account, and I deleted mine like years ago.
Oh yeah, I still have my Messenger. Don't find me.
Don't at me.
Don't
Find-
find me. I'm not
find
really
him.
on social media. This is
Find
the
him.
extent of it.
Please don't poke
Please
my
don't-
account.
Yeah, please. Oh, don't poke me.
God.
I will feel so
You remember
violated if
that?
you poke
You
me.
remember when it
I don't,
was
only
all about
pervs.
pokes?
Only pervs poke people.
I-
No one was poking
knows?
anybody. It was so awkward. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you to our sponsors from the future. Thanks, Eric, for coming through. Thank you, Trey, for being here. Thank Nathan for setting up the set and recording and editing the videos and just and naming the podcast and getting all the stuff. Thank you, Nathan.
Damn, that's
And
crazy.
But we appreciate who's ever watching. I think the video worked this time. I think I figured out the